Well, hello. How the heck you doing? It's another terrific Tuesday. Boy, the day today starting off with this big fluffy snowflakes around here. How the heck are you doing? Doing awesome? Gosh, I hope so. Welcome back to another episode of Your Success DNA from YourSuccessAtLast.com. That motivational oomph you are going to need every single day. Those core inspirational building blocks that will help you get what you need to get done. All right. So, usually this is the point of the time I talk about the 7 critical steps to success, that free program I've been giving away. But I'm holding off on that because I want to talk to you about the webinar we're going to be doing, the Resolution Revolution webinar we're doing. It's for free this Thursday at 8 p.m. And I'll chat a bit about that more after the podcast, right, towards the end of this. So it's Tuesday. Tuesday's question is, how are you using your talents? You know, we all have talents in one shape, form, or another. We're all good at something. Quite often, we don't know what it is because we're just that good at it. We quite often take it for granted. So what are your talents, and what are you using them for? And one of the things I usually tell my clients about how to recognize what their talents are is, if you don't know what they are, ask your friends. Ask your family, ask your loved ones. What is it that they tend to come to you for time and time again? Are you good with computers? Do you just recognize something good about people? Are you intuitive? Are you great with numbers, great with finances, right? Therein lies your talents. And how are you using those talents to better your life, your loved one's life, your financial situation, whatever it is? How are you using your talents for good? So think about that today. All right, so are you aware of the signs of self-sabotage? I'm going to talk today about, are you dooming yourself to failure? And we're going to talk about the signs you need to be aware of. See, here's the thing. Much of our happiness and much of our success is really the result of our thinking, and of course the actions we take as a result of that thinking. So too are our failures. And herein lies the interesting factor, is that our thoughts are revealed in how we talk to ourselves as well as how we talk to each other. So our thoughts are revealed in our self-talk. What you say to yourself and to others during the course of the day really determines the outcome. Not just the outcome of things, but the outcome of your just willing to do anything in the first place. Because if you're walking around with all these negative thoughts rolling around in your head, odds are you're not taking action. And if you are taking action, it's probably pretty lousy action. Because trust me, been there, done that, or haven't done it, depending on your point of view. All right? So in theory, it really boils down to 2 really simple things. Positive self-talk leads to success. Right? There you go. And negative self-talk dooms you to failure. So which one are you setting yourself up for? See, here's the thing. Like an evil mist, negative thinking has an insidious way of weaving its wispy tentacles into your thoughts and into your words and into your thinking. And over time, it becomes a habit. So much that you might not even notice it. But you will not be able to not notice the results. Failure, friendless, rejection, lowered self-confidence and self-esteem, and all these things. Just it comes back to failure in just about every leg of your life, time and time again. All right. So the solution? Well, the solution is really simple. It's really to develop some new habits in thinking. I say it's simple, but here's the thing. Let's talk about a few ways that you can combat those wispy negative thought tentacles I mentioned earlier, and replace them with some more self-serving, some more positive thinking, so to speak. And it's just not about positive thinking, but the positive thinking, those positive ways of thinking, are going to make you want to take action. And therein lies the key, which is why you always hear me signing off these shows with think successfully and take action. You can't do just one. Okay? So the first one we'll talk about is, I could be happy once, fill in the blank. See, here's the thing. It's a mistake to believe that you need to have or do anything before you can be happy. See, as soon as that first criteria is met, it's just going to be replaced by another one. So it's great to strive for more. You know me, I'm always about setting goals and striving for more. But to make your happiness dependent upon the attainment of your goal, yeah, you're going to be delaying your happiness like forever. Oh, I'm going to be happy as soon as my baby is born. Well, I'm going to be happy as soon as school is over. Well, I'm going to be happy as soon as I get that new job. Or I'm going to be happy as soon as. Be happy now. I say, if you get up in the morning and during the course of your day, you take any step towards your dream, desire, and goal, that should be something that you should be happy about. All right? Another one we're going to talk about here is successful people. If the success of other people makes you jealous or resentful, that's not a good thing. That's negative thinking sneaking its way in. The flaw in thinking that only a limited number of people can even experience success, that actually is the flaw. Okay? I want you to learn to admire others that are successful. Heck, I want you to go out and learn from them and be happy for them. Because here's the thing. If they're able to be successful, guess what they have proven? They've proven that can be done, and if they can do it, you can do it too. There you go. Which leads right into the next one is, I can't do anything right. Or, I'll never be successful. I hear that one way too many times, all right? And it usually comes after someone has made a mistake. Well, first off, if you've made a mistake, you've taken some action, which is a good thing. And mistakes are a part of life. There it is. Mistakes are simply a learning method of how not to do something. And if you've been in the personal development, self-help world any length of time, you've heard the story about Thomas Edison and the supposed interview he had with a young man who said, "Mr. Edison, you have failed 10,000 times." To which he responded something like, "No, I have not failed 10,000 times. I have figured out 10,000 ways that I cannot invent the luminescent light bulb, which means I am one step closer. See, here's the thing. Humans learn largely via failure. It's feedback. Failure is feedback. The most successful people out there have failed far more times than the average person. They've failed 10 and 20 and 30 and 50 and 100 times more than the average person. The difference is they discovered how to pick themselves back up, read the results, and go on to succeed. Remind yourself. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to remind yourself of all the times that you have succeeded in doing something in the past. Have you succeeded in getting the job that you were looking for? Getting the woman or the man of your dreams? Or at least that you desired at the time, right? Maybe it's something simple as, I need a new washing machine. And you successfully went out, did the research, saved the money, made the purchase, maybe even negotiated a great deal. All these little things are proof of your ability to be successful. All right? Heck, I could go all the way back to when you were a child and you learned to walk and you learned to talk. Now, not easy things. You were a kid. Really? Heck, I'll tell you, I'll challenge you right now. Try to learn a new language right now in the next year. Can you do it? Yeah, you can. Is it tough? For some people it is. But consider how many times you'll fail. How many times you failed and fumbled and fell as you were trying to learn to walk. What if you had that same kind of perseverance that you had learning to walk as a kid? You had that same kind of perseverance about your dreams and goals today. Now, take that attitude with you. There you go. Here's another one. Why do these things always happen to me? I hear this one a lot. Again, this comes usually from a failure or some sort of bad experience. But here's the thing. Over the long haul, life is remarkably fair. Yeah, I get it. Bad things happen. But they tend to pass, and then good things take their place. I'll use my example. I lost Krista at 16 months old. Bad, terrible thing. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. All right? I would not want to see a parent outlive their child. It just is too gut-wrenching and heartbreaking. But out of that, right behind that, I got my next daughter, a wonderful gal. I've built a wonderful relationship with my children. I appreciated my children at a different level. So, yeah, bad things happen, but they pass. And good things can take their place if you'll let them. To believe that you're singled out for bad things is a critical error. Do not make that error. And they can lead you, if you keep making that error, to repeating negative circumstances. All right? And I don't want you to do that. I can't do this is the next one. Oh my God, if I hear this one more time. See, is it difficult to do new things? Yeah, sure, it is. Is it difficult to do something that you believe you can't do? No, it's nearly impossible to do something you believe you can't do. Here's the thing, in reality, you can do nearly anything given a little time, a little practice, and a little effort. Can you improve a little bit today? Yeah, of course you can. Can you improve a little bit more tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that? Of course you can. And you can keep on improving each and every single day. So if you keep on doing that, how can you not be able to do something if you never give up? There's the key question. All right, last two. I love this one. I'll do it tomorrow. Or I'll do it next week. Or I'll do it next season. No, I'm going to put it on the plan for next year. Here's the thing, when it comes to our goals, our dreams, and our desires, we often let ourselves off the hook by putting it out to tomorrow, putting it out to the future. Successful people are great at doing what needs to get done now. They simply do the other things that other people don't do. All right? So I want you to be brave. I want you to be calm. And I want you to claim your success now, today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, next year, next lifetime. Start it today. All right? And in closing, it's really about any other negative self-talk. And I can't go through all the different variables that could come into this, but here's a simple way to know if you have any other downsided self-talk going on in your life. Is if you feel happy and motivated, enthusiastic, and you attack your goals on a daily basis, then you have more positive self-talk than negative. If you don't, then there's some of that little ethereal negative mist rolling around in your head, and you need to find some ways to resolve it. You can use some of the ideas I've given you here. The key is monitor yourself continuously for those negative patterns. You could be Mr. Positive or Miss Positive today, and something, pow, happens in your life, and you start doing that slide. You've got to monitor yourself. You got to do a little checkup from the neck up, as Ziglar used to say. And when it occurs, I want you to intentionally turn your thoughts around. Find a way to spin from the positive to the negative. Like I said, right? I lost a daughter. And if I can flip that around, God knows you can flip some of your stuff around, right? Most of your negative thoughts have little reality supporting them. You're supporting them. They merely have the power of repetition on their side. So if you stop repeating it, guess what happens? Their power starts to erode. And you can override that repetition with some new positive thoughts. Again, I started looking at the things I learned from having her in my life, even for that short period of time. The joy that she gave me, the education. Trust me, you can learn a lot in 16 months from a child who's going through the things that she went through, right? You have the power to transform your life. Imagine what you could do if you banished most of your negative thinking. I'm not going to say all of it, right? It's just natural. We have negative thinking. Sometimes it's good to have those little negative thoughts that make you gut check yourself, right? So if you could banish the majority of your negative thoughts from your mind and nurture yourself with some positive reinforcement and some positive self-talk, you really could enjoy the success you just dream, desire, and deserve. All right? So don't doom yourself for failure. All right. Goals, resolutions. How about the resolutions? How you doing on yours? Yeah, still kicking butt on them? Yeah, it's 13 days in. 2 weeks almost. Okay? So here's what we're doing on Thursday. We're doing the Resolution Revolution webinar. About 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes of just pure content on how you can attack your resolutions, how you can attack your goals, how you can set them. Sometimes we just need a little help setting them, and then the steps and some techniques and some tricks that you can use to reach those resolutions and those goals that you have for 2015. All right, so go to yoursuccessatlast.com, click on the Resolution Revolution banner that will be about the top third of the page there, bright orange, you can't miss it. And then just drop your email in. And then come Thursday, 2 days from now, 2 days and probably an hour and 15 minutes from this very minute as I'm recording this, you'll go to that exact same banner, click on it, and then instead of seeing the sign-up page with the countdown clock, you'll see the actual webinar itself will be held in the exact same place. Well, before I go, tomorrow we're going to talk about balancing personal and professional responsibilities without losing sleep. Oh, that's a good one, right? Yeah. All right, with that, I'm going to leave you as I always do. Think successfully. Take action. Catch you later. Bye-bye.